Looks like this one's heading safely for the fairway.
Well, you'd have to think this person's got a head full of confidence, Rich, coming off a last start win.
The game is coming easy to this player right now, so no reason not to believe they can't do it again this week.
This is from miles away. Henny, you've had the chance to have a look over this one?
Setting up this putt 21 feet from the cup.
That was a gallant attempt. And this one is for bogey.
Starting the round above par today.
And his stumble on the opening hole never sets the tone very well. It'd be interesting to see how they react.
That drive heading straight towards the cut stuff. This one from about 160 yards out.
Well played, mate.
Now let's switch our focus to Ricky Fowler.
He's currently ahead in this rivalry. Let's see what happens.
Okay, let's get back to it, shall we? Scorecard filled with threes never hurts. Good putt to make this.
Oh, you know you want to.
No, that's too bad. 4 feet to the cup.
This is important. Big par putt here. Yep, tracking well.
Currently at +1 for the day. On the tee of a par 3.
Going with a 3-wood here.
This one's going right at the pin here.
That's inside the house of opportunity.
18 feet to the cup. Well played.
And with that now, back to level par.
Moving up the leaderboard. I like it.
Here we are at the 4th hole.
Nice birdie in the last hole for a change. First one of the day. They needed it desperately. Now, next hole, looking for more.
That's not what they hoped for. I'm definite about that.
Henny, do you have a better look at this lie?
It's not on the fairway, but it's not bad. It's a good lie in the first cut. Yep, this is lovely.
Now over to Ricky Fowler.
He's trying to pull ahead in this group rivalry. Let's see what happens.
Lining up the birdie putt here.
This is on a stupendous line.
Well done.
Gotta like it. 2 in a row.
Trailing by a couple of strokes now.
It's time to step onto the tee here at the 5th.
Going with the 8-iron here. And not a bad approach. He'll be putting. A chance to move into the top 5 on the leaderboard. A good putt to make. And that will put them ahead of their rival. A great performance on this hole. just one off the lead after that hole. And they'd be feeling buoyed with confidence after that birdie. Here's a good chance to maintain the momentum. Good shot there, Beamer. Well, Rich, it's become a bit of a new age thing on tour. A couple of rivalries that heat up on social media. We've seen a number of other players that call each other out. What have you made of this social media age?
Well, you better have thick skin if you're going to get into the social media arena. Thankfully, they didn't have it when I was out there on tour because I don't know if I can handle it. I certainly couldn't be trusted with it back then. But I think if you're going to go into that arena, you have to treat social media like it's just something that it's fun to do. If you do go down that rabbit hole in social media, you better be prepared for the consequences.
This is looking solid, what they wanted.
Nice one. Fourth birdie of the day. And with that, we'll move to 3 under par. Now let's switch our focus to Ricky Fowler.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
Oh, what a shot from the bunker. And after that effort, this is how the leaderboard looks. We have a par 5 on this one. Oh, great swing there. Few players have had the kind of impact on the game that Ricky Fowler has, and certainly being a fan favourite, Rich. It's funny when you see grown men dressed head to toe in orange supporting this wonderful person. But I know he wants more out of his career bio than what he's got right now.
And he will definitely get it as well, Luke. He's too good of a talent, and he has too much ability to not be a great player and be on the top of the leaderboard definitely a few times during the season. He is definitely, if there is a Pied Piper in golf outside of Tiger Woods, I would put my thumb on Ricky Fowler, just because so many people go out there dressed in the orange gear that he has, and whatever he does, they just love it. He's engaging. He's affable. He looks like he is enjoying himself on the golf course, which I truly believe he is. He really is one of these players that's so dynamic and so fun to be around. You can't help but root for him week in and week out.
Okay, steady now. Just 3 feet to the cup. And that will drop in for birdie. And that will take him to 4 under. And with that, he's now broken the tie, all alone at the top of the leaderboard. Looks to have opted for the 8-iron.
This one's left of the green.
A little off the mark on that approach shot.
Oh, as we can see there, the wind definitely affecting that shot.
Well, with a pocket full of FedEx Cup points over the last half a dozen starts or so, this player certainly has been delivering consistent results and pushing for wins or winning, Rich. Do you expect that to continue here this week?
It's never a surprise when you speak this player's name. They've been so good all year long. They've got to be one of the favorites, not only for this tournament, but also for the season-long FedEx Cup.
And after that hole, the standings have this player in 2nd place, behind Tiger Woods. Here we are at the final hole on the front 9. That's the kind of strike that's going to make them come back every day of the week. And Henny, what are you seeing down there?
The wind is at their back on this one.
And choosing the 8-iron here. And he's safely on the green. Now over to Ricky Fowler.
He's 2 strokes behind his rival this week. Going for less club here.
Trying to get it to 4 under with this putt. It's tracking. That's a good way to bounce back from the drop shot at the last hole. And with that, he'll move to 4 under par.
Well, a lovely position for this player, Rich. Tied for the lead as they make the turn.
Well, this player's pretty much come out of nowhere, crept in the lead ever so quietly. I'm interested to see how they perform over those final 9 holes and see if they can keep it up for the rest of the tournament.
Great shot.
Looks to me, Rich, that this player has a ton of confidence. Put themselves right back in position to win straight off their last start.
They're going to have to make some birdies coming down the closing stretch, but they have a lot of good vibes coming from that last win. I expect more of the same this week.
Oh, that was pure. Good look at a birdie here. And mark it down. That's birdie number 7 on the scorecard.
Back-to-back birdies moving the right direction there, Luke.
The leader now has a 1-stroke advantage. Pegging it up on the 11th hole here. Oh my, that was launched. And he's down there.
Setting up here from about 145 yards.
Choosing the 9-iron here. And he's hit that inside the range. Now let's switch our focus to Ricky Fowler.
Now, who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
What's in front of them, Henny, with this putt?
Straight back up this hill. Can be firm here.
That's frustrating. 3 feet to go here to the hole.
This is what they have left for a par.
Well, that hole's behind us. More to play. We have a par 3 on this one. See if he can get that one to come back to the left a little. Now over to Ricky Fowler.
Birdied their last hole.
Why don't we catch up with Ricky Fowler? Trying to get to 6 under now with this putt. Just missed that one. Big putt for par coming up.
Still in the lead now after that hole.
Let's see what happens here at the 13th. Oh dear. Can he get out of here?
This reminds me of my breakfast. Nice fried egg.
Well, out of the bunker and onto the green, but still a fair bit of effort to go here. This is one of those lengthy putts. Good one just to get close. This is buckets. Yeah, nicely holed. That's a good fight back.
That'll way to grind it out in the bunker, but up and down for the birdie. Nicely done.
That shot so good, we need to have another look.
I need to see this again because I still can't believe they hold that.
And after that performance, they'll stay right where they are in the standings. Welcome to the tee of a par 4. That's a good-looking shot there.
Sitting at 6 under for the day. Currently leading.
Not bad. Let's see if we can make this big putt for birdie.
Oh, so close. And just a little bit of clean-up work remaining on this hole. Now let's switch our focus to Ricky Fowler.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
So after that effort, this is what the leaderboard looks like. Our current leader is enjoying a 2-stroke lead. It's time for a one-shotter. Going with the 7. Oh, that's a high caliber shot. Now over to Ricky Fowler.
Who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
What's in front of them, Henny?
Setting up this putt 27 feet from the cup.
Ouch, that hurts. This is a par putt. And with that putt, now it's 6 under with a few to play.
And with just a slim lead coming down that stretch, anything can happen.
Nicely done. Second shot here on the 16th. Looks to have chosen the 7-iron. Good shot there. Oh, this will be good for the momentum. Let's make this birdie putt. Just didn't drop. That's disappointing. It's just about 3 feet away.
This is what they have left for par here.
And after that hole, they currently lead in first place with John Rahm in second.
2 holes to go, Luke. I know who I like.
Oh, that was mashed. Wow, Rich. That's impressive.
Oh, how about that shot? Taking out the big stick and going ahead and knocking her on. Love it.
What a shot. Almost went in the bucket. Okay, time to return to the action. Trying to get to 8 under par with this putt. Ooh. Oh, what a shame. That would have been a nice one to hole. This one's for birdie. And he just keeps putting a gap on the rest of the field. What a putt to hole. And with that, he'll move to 7 under. Incredible. And now this player tees off their final hole of the event with the lead. This one looks to be headed towards the fairway. playing from around 230 yards.
Downwind on this shot.
Opting for the 3-wood. Fingers crossed for a good kick to the left. Well, that was fantastic. What a shot from the leader.
Well, the practice is paying off here, Luke. This player is relentless.
This is always a good moment. A putt to win the tournament. Oh, gee, that line was looking good, wasn't it? Not the end of the world. There's another chance here to close out the victory. Ooh, nice. And mark it down as another W. What a way to win it.
Luke, the victories, winning never gets old, but this is getting out of hand, isn't it? Another victory on the season.
And Rich, they only had a narrow margin the entire back nine, but they were able to pull out the win. That's very gutsy, isn't it?
Luke, impressive win all around. I got to say, a gutsy performance at the end of the tournament. Final 9 holes. Job well done.
Well, that just about concludes our coverage. I'm Luke Elvey, and on behalf of Rich Beam, plus all the hard-working folks at HB Studios, it's good night for now. PGA2K Sports and the PGA Tour proud to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today's coverage of the Zurich Classic of New Orleans is about to start. I'm Luke Elvey alongside Rich Beam in the booth, and it's hello to Henny Koyak down on the course following our featured group.
Hi Luke, I'm so looking forward to following these two players in this group. They've been going back and forth a bit on social media leading up to the event and seem to really want to prove something out on the course today.
Now, you can't out-Bubba, can you? There's nothing elementary about this, Watson, is there? Can't wait to see how this rivalry plays out, though. This putt coming up is for birdie. Currently 1 under for the round. Rich, if you missed a birdie opportunity at the first, you've certainly got one here at the second.
Yeah, it's par 5. It's pretty much just straight away. You got to avoid those bunkers down the left-hand side. For those players laying up, you got to lay it up shy of the big bunker down the right-hand side. This green sits ever so slightly above the fairway, and again, they're just not that big of targets. It really is a cool golf course designed by Pete Dye.
Yeah, this is the stuff we love, getting after this par 5 in 2.
2 big hits there, knocking it on this par 5 and 2.
You always like that on long putts when you just have to go ahead and tap it in stress-free. And now to Bubba Watson.
Yeah, he needs to press on that gas pedal. He's 2 strokes back from his rival.
Wow, what a save.
And now this is why you can never get comfortable, even if you're leading a PGA Tour pro. This is what they do. They mean business.
The third hole is a long par 3 measuring 230 yards.
Be careful of the wind here. You can't always feel it, as those trees on the left sometimes block it out. Missing it right is an obvious no-no, but missing it left is no guaranteed of an up and down either. The green slopes away pretty severely over there.
Any bounce to the left here would be helpful. That should set up another chance.
Slim chance for a birdie, but in all reality, 2-putt for par would be just fine.
Oh, just missed. 9 feet to the cup.
This is on a great line.
That gets the job done. And it's that man, JT, on top spot of this leaderboard. Good playing from Justin Thomas.
TPC Louisiana might be known as a birdie fest. However, you're going to find plenty of challenges, including the par 4 fourth.
How can bunkers that are so minuscule be so agonizing? That's exactly what these are down the left-hand side of the fourth hole. You avoid those, and you get a good look at the green for your second shot that gently works away from the player.
This one needs to kick left and kick left hard.
A nice approach shot there. Pin high inside the range.
Already had a few birdies today. Another opportunity for another one. Let's take a look.
That was a gallant attempt. Putting for par.
Now let's change gears and head over to Bubba Watson.
He's 2 strokes behind his rival this week.
Even for the day. Let's take a look at the leaderboard. He's currently tied for 5th.
Rich, the 5th is a shortish par 4 by today's standards, but still enough there to mess with your ball.
Players want to move the tee shot from right to left on this hole because there's some trees on the tee box that'll kind of force you that direction, so driver may not be the play. The second shot, however, that's where it gets interesting. This green absolutely belongs in a skate park. This has more humps and bumps and wobbles in it. It is a very cool design.
And how about that for confidence? Going right at the pin here in the midst of their rivalry with Bubba Watson. Love seeing that sort of play.
Oh, that had eyes for it. Lovely shot.
And that will take him to 3 under. He's currently tied for 4th.
Gotta like it. Moving up the leaderboard. Never a bad thing.
The 6 is a tremendous par 4. Plenty of golf hole, this one.
Water all the way down the left-hand side, so that's going to shove your tee shot out to the right, which make that second shot so much longer. Not much to this green. It's fairly flat, but finding it in 2, well, that's a tall order.
Most golfers these days, Rich, are quite generic style players. It's that hit it as far as you can, knock it on the green, try and hold some putts. But with Bubba Watson, we just got the artist back in the game, didn't we? We had someone who was prepared to do whatever it needed to be to get that ball in the hole. He's just astonishing to watch.
You know, to me, Luke, I think Bubba was born in the wrong era. I think he would have been better served with persimmon woods, balata golf balls, and blades. And I think that he would be an even bigger impact on the game than he currently is, if that's even possible. I watch what he does with the modern equipment, and it's mind-blowing. He's one of the few players, Luke, that I will actually go in the driving range and watch hit golf shots because it is so fun to watch him aim 30 yards left and just try and hit these big sweeping hooks and fades and I mean, it's just unbelievable what he can do with the golf ball. His eye-hand coordination is simply the best in the game.
And staying right where they were in today's rankings after that. The 7th provides a great opportunity if you can get a good driveway. This par 5's a lovely hole.
There are two menacing bunkers on this hole. The far one, the one right in the middle of the fairway, it looks like a zit from the back tee box. That is not the place to be.
Rich, New Orleans, or should I say New Orleans. How good is it here to be on the Bayou? This is a special week. It's a great eating week and a real festival atmosphere.
It is, and it's hosted on a golf course that provides plenty of fireworks as well. What a cool design this is. It's wide open off the tee, but then the greens are minuscule in size, and they have these little runoff areas where it doesn't look like you're going to be in much trouble, but you start missing a couple of greens in a row, and you start getting these head scratching. Well, do I bump it in there? Do I flop it on the green? Do I take it low, high, medium, bump it into the... I mean, you have so many different ways of playing shots around these greens that you can outthink yourself. And I think that's what happens with a lot of these players, is that usually you have one option when you miss the green. Here, you got a whole lot of them. So this golf course grabs your attention, especially around the greens, which makes it quite difficult for a lot of these players. Pretty good shot there.
Sitting at 5 under for the day. Currently in the lead. Yeah, that was a safe play. And Henny, what are they looking at here?
The perfect leave. Uphill, can be firm.
Oh, you like me and thought that had a chance? And looks like we're taking another look at that one. Just a tiny putt is all that remains. And after that hole, leading Justin Thomas by a stroke. The front nine finishes in a unique style, a par 3 of 210 yards length.
This is actually a par 3 on the card, but most players look at it as a par 4 because there is nothing simple about this hole. If you bail out to the right, you're going to fall off into a low area where it's nearly impossible to chip it up close without taking a risk. So most players are just resigned to making 4 and moving on.
11 feet to the cup.
Looking good.
And that's their 4th birdie of the day. And that will take him to 6 under. And now to Bubba Watson.
He's happy, just came off a birdie.
Anything in 5 feet to be handy from here. Let's take a look at the leaderboard. Well, this is when the knees start to knock. The sweat starts to appear on the palms of your hands, Rich. Just a slender lead with 9 to play.
Well, Luke, it's been fun watching this player duke it out with their rival, that's for sure. They're winning the rivalry thus far. Should be fun to see where these two end up at the end of the event.
This looks to be a fairway seeker to me. Second shot here at the 10th. That was a bit of a miscue.
Coming up a little short with that effort. Not bad, though.
Well, every week there's a certain bunch of players that everyone keeps an eye on. This one seems to be exactly in that company. One of the strong favourites to win, don't you think, Rich?
Luke, absolutely. Week in and week out, this player has consistently performed at the highest level. I got to believe he's a lot of people's favorites to win this tournament.
Now that's how you roll the rock.
Now let's change gears and head over to Bubba Watson.
Coming off a bogey on the last hole.
And from the bunker here. And after that effort, that's how it looks. And after that hole, you're leading Justin Thomas by a shot. The par 5 11th, very gettable if, Rich, you can avoid that monster tree about 100 yards out.
Exactly. Tee shots, once again, you're throwing it between a couple of bunkers, but the second shot, There's a tree about 75 yards short of this green, and you've got to figure out a way around it. Do you draw it around it? Do you hit a fade around it? What do you do? No easy task for any of these players. Green sits above the player just a little bit, and again, has a lot of movement on it.
Eight feet to the cup.
Little birdie look in here. Yeah, this is looking nice.
Oh, that's a ripper. And that will take him to 7 under. And we've got Justin Thomas coming off a birdie on his last hole, and that will take him to 2 off the lead.
And the lead is shrinking out there, Luke, getting close.
Found the deep rough. This will take a big hack to get out here. Going with the 5-iron here. And that shot back in the fairway. And here we are with the 3rd shot. Currently leading by 2. That's nicely done. Let's see if we can make this and keep the par on the card.
Oh, that was such a good stroke.
And now to Bubba Watson.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
Sitting at 1 under. Trying to crack into the top 10. And now we can take a look at how that play affects the leaderboard. And we've got Justin Thomas coming off a birdie on his last hole, and that will take him to 2 off the lead.
Absolutely tattooed that one.
Justin Thomas, major champion, world #1 player, really has all the attributes, doesn't he, Rich?
He does. His focus on his own game is amazing. I think that this kid really understands how to play the game. He's got all the shots, but he doesn't try and get up there and hit it as hard as he can every single time. He gets out there and he learns how to play the game, hit the finesse shots when you need it, take some risks when you need to, but also back off when you don't need to. This kid is a real deal, complete game from head to toe.
Leading by 3 strokes now. Well, for all the opportunities 13 provides you, you don't get too many here at the par 3 14th. It's a beast.
As easy of a birdie opportunity as the 13th was, 14, yeah, not so much here. Even though the green is quite large in size, it's difficult to hit with a long iron.
Seemed to lose the handle on that shot.
And what a rare miss today. They've been so good with their approach shots.
Wow, that almost went in the hole. What have they got in front of them here, Henny?
Just got to use the touch of a feather. Barely has to blow on it. This is just downhill.
Looking better.
Okay, steady now. Bogey putt coming up here. Well, the leader giving a little hope for the rest of the field there as they put down a bogey on the scorecard. Getting ready to play their 3rd. And after that effort, this is how the leaderboard looks right now. And a quick glimpse of the leaderboard, and they're currently 1st, with Justin Thomas 2nd. The 15th is certainly no cakewalk either, a par 4 measuring just under 500 yards.
This is the time where you need to have the best drive of the day. Take it out to the right, avoid the bunkers down the left-hand side. And the green, once again, it's got some movement into high spot in the front, a low area, and then a high area in the back. When the pin's all the way back, good luck making 4.
This one needs to kick left. And he's safely on the green with that shot. Now let's change gears and head over to Bubba Watson.
Who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
This putt from around 18 feet. Wonderful putt. And that puts some real pressure on their rival now.
And still in top spot after that hole. Keep it going.
3 holes remaining. This is what it's all about. Time to see who is going to get it done.
No, that's not the shot they wanted.
And what's in front of them there, Henny?
Setting up from about 100 yards.
Needs this to kick a bit left. Trying to get to 9 under for the event with this opportunity.
This is their look at birdie. Rolling end over end. This putt's looking great.
Some momentum being built now. That's back-to-back birdies.
Gotta like it. 2 in a row. He's feeling it.
And with that hole behind them, they currently lead ahead of Tiger Woods, who's second.
2 holes to go, Luke. Can they hang on?
If you want to win at TPC Louisiana, you've got to hit a couple of very important shots late. The tee shot here at 17, Rich, is one of them.
A tee shot that no player likes to face. Water all the way down the left-hand side. The bailout zone out to the right falls away from the green. No fun whatsoever.
Well, a lovely opportunity to save par here.
Short game has been absolutely fantastic today.
Oh, get in. Well, that'll play. And now to Bubba Watson.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
It's time to check on the leaderboard. Currently 3 strokes up after that hole.
The closing hole at TPC Louisiana has water all the way down the right, Rich, but that's not its only issue.
Bailing out to the left, you'll find some menacing bunkers that you want no part of. However, if you find the fairway, going for it in 2 will be very tempting.
That's going to find the water, sadly. And here we are with their 4th. Currently leading by 3. A hole out from off this green here to win the tournament. Lining up here for a chance to win the tournament. What a putt to make. Rich, it's time you and I went down to Bourbon Street because we've just crowned our Zurich Classic of New Orleans champion.
This player taking a big bite out of the Big Easy with this win at the Zurich Classic of New Orleans.
And Rich, I think you mentioned earlier that this player was your favourite. Well picked.
Listen, it's not a hard pick, is it? This player has consistently been there all season long. There's no reason why not to pick them to win. They just make me look smart. That's about it.
Well, that'll just about do it. On behalf of Rich Beam, I'm Luke Elving. Thanks for tuning in. Look forward to your company next time.